Hey guys, and welcome back to the fifth episode of the D302 show. I'm Lucas Vargas,
And I'm Addi.
and we recorded an episode last week, and it deleted. The file got
the
corrupted.
file got corrupted actually as soon as we got done ending. We ended it, and then as we were because we have like a step-by-step process we do at the end of each
Right.
podcast. And as we were at the final process of getting ready to upload it, we actually just realized that there was no audio on the whole entire clip. But also to top it off, the whole week was weird.
Yeah, well, because you didn't
the
charge
batteries
your
were also
camera
dead as
batteries.
well. So it was kind of like a bad omen from the start, which ended up progressing into a lot of other unfortunate events.
Yeah, that should have been our sign to
Yeah.
let's push it back a week. I hate that we had to break our 4 week. We had a 4 week streak going. It would have been our fifth week, and
And it wasn't even our fault. I mean, not for the most part.
yeah, I would have been avoided if we had the camera, because then we would have went and streamed it and then have a
streamed it,
second
yep,
source.
yep.
But it is what it is. We'll just talk about what we talked about last week,
Yeah.
this week, which was
Don't know if we're gonna hit on every single thing because we did it like I don't know Taylor's the only one here right now. And for those who are listening, I think we probably had our best episode that was recorded.
well,
in
just,
the
it was so
history of
smooth.
D3,
It was
yeah.
so smooth.
There was no problems at all, and it just got ruined. And it's so sad, man.
But we're gonna make it up. We're gonna make it up.
True. Hopefully this episode will also go smooth.
Okay, so we recorded it Thursday, which was when I got my fifth tattoo, and you got
Yeah,
your
we
third.
got we got tattoos on Thursday last week, September 25th, 22nd, 24th? 22nd, yeah, 22nd.
Holy cow!
And we actually had these scheduled though, because I remember. Well, we have a tradition every. I don't want to call it a tradition because it's not. It's like early still, you know.
It's our second year.
Second year.
We made it a tradition this year.
But each semester of
No.
each fall semester,
Yeah.
each fall semester, Lucas and I, we told each other that we're gonna try getting tattoos. They're not matching or anything, but we just want to go get a tattoo every fall semester, right?
And then our senior year, we want to sort of get matching, I guess. It won't have to be like one for one, but like
Yeah.
I think
This
we'll get
is where
into-
we talked about like I don't like matching tattoos for a series of reasons, right?
Oh, we had a whole list
Yeah.
of tattoos we don't like.
But just to like TLDR, I guess I don't like matching tattoos because let's say something turned negative, I guess like if you got one with your significant other or like you got a friend tattooed and then it turned bad at some point, and then it's like you're just carrying around negativity, and I'm not about it, bro.
Right, but my argument for that was I can't see we're going to be I know we're still super young, but I feel like we're adult enough where we can talk through situations that would break up our friendship or break up our
I mean, hopefully, like we don't go down that path, but things I don't know,
things happen.
things do happen,
Right.
you know. That's why Popeye.
hey,
That's
no
kidding.
spoilers,
That's
no
for later,
spoilers.
that's for
Yeah, that's
later.
a spoiler. Okay, so do you want to sort of
Oh,
intel
so we got tattoos, right?
right?
Because freaking we scheduled on 22nd, but we actually scheduled it. I think I don't even think it was even
The fourth-
September yet.
Maybe the 4th of September.
Was it the 4th of September?
Maybe I think so.
Because we had to wait 4 weeks. No, it was in late
August.
August. Yep.
Okay.
Late August, and I was like, damn, this is gonna be so late to go get tattoos. And then it was 4 weeks out, and the 4 weeks flew by. But ever since they flew by, because I was really looking forward to it. Now I'm not looking forward to anything. So now time is just slowly passing, man.
Dude, it's only been 3 days, I guess. You've had 3 days of school, 2 days of weekend. It's not that bad, bro.
No, it's
Calm down.
It's going is ruined.
But okay, so do you want to give your list of tattoos? Like tattoos that
I think we're jumping too far ahead.
Okay.
I
So then,
think
how
so.
would you want to? Would you want to talk about your first tattoo?
Like our tattoo experiences.
Right.
So,
Or we could just mention that we also went with someone our first year. We went with someone, and then we invited them again this year.
dude,
And then
I
went
feel
without
so
'em.
bad, man, because it was so short notice.
Yeah, that
And
was
you
the
can't,
issue.
You can't
'Cause
invite
we-
someone.
We wanted to go sooner,
Yeah,
and by the time we invited them, it
It's
was
too late,
around
bro.
the day we wanted to go get our estimates, and it kind of fell through.
no, it did fall through.
Okay, it
It
fell
did.
through.
It did.
It
Fall
fell-
through. That's like
it
me
fell
saying
through.
maybe.
Right? Yes. How
Yeah.
every situation you just, I'm like, hey, Addy, how
Maybe it applies to a lot of things though. IMO. But
Okay,
yeah, tattoo experiences though. I think you have probably more of a tattoo experience than I do. but I do have my fair share, and I think because I went first last time,
Right.
so I'm gonna let you go first this time, and then I'll interject
All right.
and speak my shit.
Okay. So my first tattoo, because we're gonna talk about tattoos, the meanings behind them, and then anything else related to tattoos. My first tattoo is on my left arm. It's on my my forearm, the bottom of my forearm, and I don't know how well camera will pick this up. I'll probably put a picture over the video format, which also I know was it last episode or the episode before that I harped on the video format for our
On
podcast.
Spotify?
Yes, but
Yeah.
like the Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, I appreciate that. If you're listening other places, you'll get the actual pictures. Anyways, it's a ghost. It's a ghost on my left arm. The meaning behind that is I was 18.
Wait, I actually forgot. What's the meaning by that one?
I'll tell you.
Oh shit, my bad.
I'm 18, and I saw this design on Instagram, and I was like, I need that on my body. Now, okay.
Wasn't it one of her tattoos though, originally?
Yes. So originally, my partner had like a list of tattoos they wanted, and this was in the reject pile, and they were showing me, and I was like, oh, I want that one. And they sent it to me. They DM'd me it, and then I was like, okay, one day I'll get this tattooed on me. And so now it's tattooed on me permanently. And I was talking last episode about how because I got it from Instagram and it doesn't really have any like so much meaning, which also at the same time I have talked about how it like I'm sort of like I'm into like the supernatural, I guess you would say. More into the macabre.
Cobb.
Is that? But it's spelled like macabre, but like people just say macabre.
The chupacabra.
Yeah, that's not it. That would be a dope tattoo though.
You think so?
I think I'm going to get like a
What if I
bunch
get
of.
Cujo tattooed?
I was gonna say yeah.
Wait,
Just
that
get a
would
bunch
fit
of
on his
cryptids.
arm though.
Just get a bunch. Wait, did we just
Cujo
discover
would
your next
fit.
tattoo?
No, I'm getting pop. I'm getting Popeye, bro.
That's
But I'll
that's a
explain later.
senior year. That's a senior year thing.
Do I get Cujo? Cujo's bad though.
But I feel like
Cujo's a badass dog.
so are you, bro. So are you.
I'm not a badass dog.
Okay, so the ghost tattoo, yeah, it's creepy, supernatural, horror-ish. I'm really into that side. But besides that, it really doesn't have any meaning. But what I was saying was, it more or less just I'm taking something of my life at that time, that chapter of my life, and I'm putting it on me. But as long as it's not something obscene like nudity or cursing, or like it doesn't deal with really anything from media per se or people's names, and we that was my thing, but I had exceptions on like almost all of them.
We had
Like-
so many rules.
Yeah, there were so
Last
many
episode,
rules,
yeah.
but there were so many exceptions to those rules. Like I'll tell you about my future tattoo, but it has something to do with media. And I also have a tattoo on Instagram I found, and it also has media, but it's more or less like implied nudity.
Oh, I think I remember what piece you're talking about.
Yeah, it's implied nudity. And I think as long as it's not like super detailed, I think that's fine.
You know, now that you keep mentioning Instagram, right? I didn't think about it until just a second ago. I think all my pieces have came from Instagram.
We'll see.
Well, not the piece itself, but like I found something because I follow I follow like a gang of tattoo artists on Instagram, right?
Right.
And they're hella cool. That they like I wish like they're probably like 1K a piece. Like they're expensive probably, but like all my like pieces come from like something similar to theirs.
Right.
So Instagram's the place, man.
Well, I mean, that's where I found all my pieces, so except for two, maybe three.
Wait, so how many
Maybe
tattoos do you have now?
5.
You have 5 tattoos?
Yes.
So crazy how like I went from being the
tatted,
only one tatted. I don't even want to say tatted because it was the smallest piece.
right?
So it
Just
doesn't
one,
even count,
just
bro.
one tattoo.
And then you come back over the summer with times 2.5 my tattoos.
Okay, but to be fair, one of them super small. So
You get
really,
like 30 small ones.
they're not small. Like
2 small ones?
the ghost. I wouldn't even really consider the ghost one that's
That's like
small. It's
medium
about like
one.
it's like medium. It's more. It's lengthy, but it's not very wide. All your pieces are very like circular, I guess. you would say, like
It's
composed.
it's a static like it's a piece.
Right. Okay. Yes,
It's
it is a
piece.
piece.
It's a
Okay.
foundation.
Anyways, let me talk about. So
You talk about.
the next piece I got was like almost a year later, like definitely like 10 months later, almost. I'm not doing the math. Anyways, it's on my left pectoral. It's on my right above my abs.
It just sounds like a dinosaur. All right, keep going. It just hit me like it just said like damn that kind of sounds like a dinosaur.
No, I should have hit the soundboard, and I forgot to hit the soundboard
No,
because I laughed at it. I shouldn't have laughed at it. But I have hands holding mushrooms, and again, that really has no meaning. But I did go get that piece with my mom. We didn't get matching ones, but she got a quote in her mom's handwriting, which I think looks really good. But so we didn't really match, but we went to some guy's garage and got that. And I mean, it turned out really good. Appreciate him, Tattoo Mike. Okay, so my next
Frick, man.
3 pieces.
This is not going as smooth as last one. I think last one it was like water. Think of like water.
Yeah, it was
now
because
this is like, man, this sucks, but it's okay. We'll find our rhythm here soon. I think right now we're trying to find a rhythm, right?
Yeah. I mean, what would the D302 show be? Where if we didn't just stumble around for the first 2 minutes. That's why last time,
if only we had the good episode saved.
I was prepared to share that with so many people.
Same. I think that was our episode, bro.
I know I said I was gonna share the Isaac one, but I was like, maybe I'll just. Well, I still need. I felt like I could be so much better, and obviously
we performed on the last episode,
right? Like I'm not gonna say we were the best podcast, but we had the best podcast that you and I could have produced.
For sure, without a doubt in my mind.
And the fact that it's gone just kind of hurts.
Yeah, that is true.
So we're going to try to recreate that. We're trying to recreate that magic.
I think it was more interjecting. Wait, I don't know. 'Cause I think it was smooth about it, right? Is that we had stories for each one that like kind of just they just came up without us having to like.
And like now it feels like we're reading a list.
Yeah, it does feel like we're reading a list now, and I freaking hate it.
Do you think if we point it out, that excuses us from that mistake?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I'm praying. I hope so.
All right. So, do you talk about some of yours? So, I think if we start switching off,
that's what I was gonna suggest. I think that's something that we should do. But I don't have many pieces as you do. I only have 3 pieces, right?
But I went ahead and talked about 2 of my pieces.
Yeah, no, I could talk about mine. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
So, I think I got my first tattoo way before you, though.
Definitely. You got your first tattoo?
It was during my stage of like, because there's not many people know. I think Kai knows, other than like maybe Tinsley. No, Tinsley knows, but he doesn't know to the extent that it went through. But I had a phase where it was literally me versus the world. Like I was like, frick it, I'm doing everything and anything, I don't care. So at that point, I ended up dropping out of high school, and I was kind of just like doing my thing. I was not the same person I was today versus back then. And it's not even too long ago. This was like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago.
Right.
And but no, I dropped out of high school, and I was just chilling with the homies all the time, right? But there was this one. He was an older homie. I'm gonna call him Eric, right? Okay, that's quite literally his name. I don't know, like,
I'm gonna call his name.
Is Eric.
I'm gonna call his name.
And I would go check before I dropped out of high school. I would skip class all the time. You know, I would go chill at his house. And this dude's just like he's just a family dude. Like he's just like he had a trouble past too, but he's just chilling now.
Right.
But I would like babysit his kids for him, and I would just like go chill in the house with him.
He was definitely older than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's like
you're like
late 30s probably.
Wow.
Yeah, he was
hanging
old.
out with high schoolers.
Well, it was just me because he was also friends with my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
But this dude was cool. He was also a tattoo artist at the time. But I would go chill at his house, and at the time, I didn't have any career goals. Like I was really like, freaking man, I'm just here to live tonight, and I'll deal with the rest tomorrow morning, and then I'll just rinse and repeat. But at the time, I was like, I took an interest in tattoos heavily. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just sit with him in his garage because he tattooed in his garage. And I would go chill with him all the time, man. I was either skipping classes or I was just not going. Like I was just doing my thing. I would chill with him, and I would learn so much about tattoos then, like the process, the steps, like, and how he creates his art.
Yeah.
And that's leading into me almost having an apprenticeship. Like, imagine if I was a tattoo artist today.
I definitely think I wouldn't. I don't want to say like you're the reason I have tattoos, but like you're the reason I have tattoos. It's because I wanted these pieces, but like you sort of helped. Like if you weren't going with me, I probably wouldn't have went by myself.
Did you have a negative annotation like of tattoos ever?
I don't think so. I probably like.
Did you ever think tattoos were for like thugs and like?
No, I was born in 2003, so I think by like.
Really? You didn't see it? Like you didn't.
Like
in elementary school, I used to think they were for like the like people who were like they were bad people,
Okay, but my family always like both my mom and dad have had tattoos.
My
So,
parents
like-
never did. Oh, my mom had an ankle tattoo, but that doesn't really count, 'cause
Well,
she was
see,
like she was a young kid when she got that one too.
My dad always had like he has a sun around his belly button.
Wait, that's actually like I can kind of picture it, but it looks funny,
Maybe I'll show you.
I
a
mean,
picture
I'm
later
good. I don't
tonight.
want to see, but
But
I'm just
like,
I'm good.
and then he got a big giant like I don't know how old I was, but then he got a piece on his like left side, big giant like Darth Vader piece. And
So
it looks really cool.
it's safe to say you grew up around tattoos, no?
I wouldn't say grew up around tattoos, but I was definitely like familiarized with them. I knew they weren't for thugs.
Okay, maybe thugs wasn't the right word, but like people who were
Okay,
like
I knew it wasn't
bad
for like
people,
Yeah, I knew it wasn't for hard people.
Yeah.
I like both my mom and dad have them.
Now, tattoos growing up were like taboo. They were like, don't get them, they were like perceived as if you were doing bad.
Right.
So I used to hate the idea of getting a tattoo because I used to think I was a good kid. But then like something changed at some point. It wasn't even me thinking I was a bad kid. So it was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a tattoo now. It wasn't even that, man. But where was I going? And then okay, back to Eric. I would chill at his house, and then one day he offered me to like tattoo a line, and I remember it was so bad.
Where
that,
did you
like,
tattoo it at?
It was it's on his like it was on his arm or something.
Really?
Because I remember like I was training. It sounds so dumb to draw a straight line, right? And it got decent at some point. I'm not like if I had to do it now, if I had to do it to save my life, I'm dead right now. But back then I could draw a line and my life would be fine.
How big like
it was like smaller, like half the size of my index finger, right. Maybe an inch line, right?
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it did not, because drawing on skin, it's different. It's weird.
Yeah, it like stretches and pulls.
Mm-hmm. And
Compared to, like,
I did not.
something
I
like
couldn't
paper.
do it. But it was cool though. Learning how to become a tattoo artist. Oh, sorry. Fast forwarding.
Just talk about your tattoo.
He gave me a 17 when I first turned 17. When I only turned 17, I got a tattoo from him. Right, and that was my little treble clef here. I guess, yeah, I say it's a little. Right.
Yeah. Well,
You can't see it, but
if you go to the video version on YouTube or you go to, I guess the Twitch, it's pretty far out, but we'll have zoomed in pictures on YouTube. So go
Or
check out.
Instagram.
Oh, should we set up the Instagram?
We should set up Instagram. Yep.
We could have announced last week that our file got corrupted and we couldn't host last week's episode.
True.
What?
But no, I got the treble clef with smaller notes around it, and I had a cool little design go through it. But again, I found it on Instagram. I think the dude who did this piece, his name was like, it was like OG Spanky Loke or something, Like, I don't know why, bro, but he has crazy work and I love him. And that's where that piece came from. And at first, it didn't hurt at all. Like, getting it did not hurt whatsoever. It
Right.
actually, like, I thought it would hurt so much more than it did. But I think it also had to do with the place I got it, right? Because this is like apparently this is like a tough part of your body.
Right.
So that it didn't hurt. It was clean, it was smooth. And then I'm trying to think what happened after that. I didn't get another tattoo for a while after that. I sat on that tattoo.
The first tattoo you got, or the second tattoo you got, was with me.
Yeah, that was
my first tattoo.
That was a year and a half later or something.
Yeah,
or maybe even later. But also, I remember. Did you ask? I'm curious. Did you ask your mom before you got a tattoo if it was okay, or did you kind of just get it and deal with the consequences?
Well, because we went to go like a Friday. We went to go on a Friday to go get the what do they call
Quote.
it? Quote. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we went to go get our quotes on a Friday, but she had already known that I wanted tattoos.
Okay.
So like,
And I guess she had tattoos herself too, no?
She had like one, yeah.
Okay, so she was okay with tattoos then.
Right. Well,
I remember.
they were just kind of like, they were kind of upset, but at the same time, they were like, there's not really much we can do.
Yeah, I remember
like
the
they can't
morning
go
I
to
got my
work.
tattoo. The morning of my 17th birthday, I was just doing my shit like normal, like staying at the house, whatever.
Mhm.
And I remember like, hey mom, I'll catch you later. Like I'm gonna go hang with the homies quick. And then I showed up that same night with a tattoo, and she was so disappointed, man. She was so disappointed. She was so. My mom was weird, bro, because she was cool with like me doing other like me going crazy, like,
Right.
without self-incriminating. Like I was doing my thing, But she hated tattoos, bro. She hated them.
That was like the straw that
That
broke
was
the
the
camel's
straw, yeah. And she would not talk to me for like 2 days.
Real. Well,
I had to sit in silence.
I wonder if it wouldn't have been better if you had just mentioned beforehand that you were
Nah.
getting a tattoo.
It was so short notice because I was leaving and wasn't expecting to get a tattoo.
I guess that's true.
It just like shit just kind of happened, unfolded, and boom, I got a tattoo right there.
Mhm.
But no, that piece will forever like that was
Core
like
memory. That's
me
a cool-
freaking the world, quite me 1v9 the world. There needs to be a whole episode of just me talking about that. But
I mean,
that's whatever.
get it like an Addy lore episode.
It'll slowly unfold,
Right. Well, because last episode, or I guess the lost episode.
The last episode, yeah.
But okay.
How did that? Because I ended up I did talk about my dad.
You talked about with that piece.
Was it that piece?
Yeah. Is that I'm touching in the new one?
No,
It
you're
felt
touching
weird.
my old one, I think.
No, because I felt
Oh.
the rough skin where it's healing. Okay, back on track. I'll talk about my tattoo now.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. My
So-
story was cool, by the way, but whatever.
No, like that was like I like that. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yep.
It's smooth flow.
Now you need a cool AF story.
My cool AF story. So, what year was it? 2022. Quite literally.
Quite
this year.
literally this year. yeah.
Okay. This summer, Logan wanted a tattoo. My brother wanted a tattoo, but he had two ideas floating around. He wanted a matching tattoo, but he also wanted a spider tattoo from Hunter x Hunter. He didn't end up getting the Hunter x Hunter one, but he ended up getting matching tattoos with me and my mom, and we kind of got two tattoos, but they're like one, like I mentioned, one's like really small. So I'll go ahead and tell you about the first tattoo. It's actually on my left muscle, whatever that muscle.
All
is.
your tattoos on the left side of your body as well, right?
Yes, all my.
That's where all my tattoos are as well.
But like that's because I wanted to fill out my left side before moving on to my right side.
You think that's a normal thing? I never wondered that.
I think so.
Because I'm also in the same thought process. I want to finish my left side of the body,
Mm-hmm.
mainly just my left arm before I even touch anything else.
Right. But so what I wanted for us three to get a matching tattoo of was a chain, a 3-linked chain, just because it was the three of us, family, me, my mom, and my brother going. And then Logan, okay, I like the idea, but I would have never thought of it. And it got really cheesy last episode when I was talking about it. But it was I got an ampersand sign. And this is basically just a broken infinity sign. So, it's sort of like the Pinterest, kind of tattoo. But at the same time, it's taking that concept, I guess. I don't know. Maybe this is me just trying to justify.
I mean, for
Like
those who don't know, aka me, because I forgot, what does it mean again? It's
So yeah, I'm
nothing-
going to tell you. I'm
nothing
going to explain it.
lasts forever, right?
Yeah, so it's a broken infinity sign, and it just reminds you that nothing will ever last forever, not the good or the bad. And I was saying how like this is probably my most impactful tattoo. That is actually I don't know how sad this is gonna sound, but it has actually changed my life. Because even in good situations, I see it. And you would think like, oh, you're having a good time, and you see a tattoo that says like, hey, this good moment isn't gonna last forever. Like bad moments are gonna come eventually. But when I see that, it's not like I'm like, oh no, and I start dreading the future. I see that tattoo, and it sort of reminds me not to take those moments for granted. Like I look at that and I'm like, yeah, right now is a really good moment, and I need to treasure it because it's not gonna last forever. And then on the flip side of that, I have moments in my life that get pretty, bad, pretty sad, pretty dark. And at the same time, I'm able to look at that and I'd be like, no matter how bleak things look now, no matter how stressed out I am, I know that in the upcoming weeks or months or whatever, things are going to change. And so,
That's deep AF.
like, it sounds corny AF,
Not really.
but like,
I mean,
it,
not really. You can't really say it sounds corny AF.
I don't know,
To each their own,
I guess that's true, yeah.
Like, who's the judge?
Like, yeah, if someone has like the Peter Pan infinity sign, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, me personally, I wouldn't get it. But at the same time, I wouldn't get any of those pieces you have on your arm.
Exactly. To each their own.
Right.
Everyone's got their meanings and
I think
actions. I don't know.
I think you just have to, you just have to like do what you want.
I like
You
seeing
hear that?
tattoos.
Don't live by other people's rules, bro.
Unless they're Addie's rules.
Oh yeah, Addi's rules all the way. Your life code. I forgot we talked about life codes.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
Because I mentioned how that was my new life code. My life code.
Yeah, it was like
And
life's
yours-
too short or something, right? Oh, that was me. That was my old code.
That was
man.
your old code.
So like everyone has a code they live by, right?
Well, I keep saying cold with like
Yeah.
COLD. That's because I have
A code.
allergies.
Yep.
And I've been sneezing and blowing my nose constantly 24/7.
I really like hearing people's like code they live by because sometimes it's really like unique and it's like, damn, like what happened to you, bro? Like,
Hey,
you know?
that's exactly
Yeah.
you. That's exactly you with your like, bam.
Bam. But anyway, like, because your current code, right, is don't take things for granted,
Like just
like live in the moment type thing.
sort of, it's like things will always change. Things will
Okay,
always
okay,
change.
yeah.
Things will always change. TWAC. Okay, thwack. Mine's thwack.
No. Maybe, sure, bro. Never mind. Who am I to judge?
Because
Who am I to judge?
hang on, bro. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Bam, onomatopoeia. Thwack, onomatopoeia.
Why does that kind of work though?
I'm telling you.
Why does
Okay.
that kind of work? And why do I kind of like it?
We have our future tattoos.
Maybe. Wait, it's got to be different though, right? How's it gonna be different? How's it gonna be identical?
Because they're not
I
gonna
mean,
be
how's it
like
gonna
one
be
for
different?
one.
Sorry.
Because like, yeah, we'll explain that. We'll
Okay.
explain those tattoos later. Okay.
I'm still not even sure if I want to get it, but I think so. Maybe.
No,
Or I don't know about for sure. I don't. I want to get Popeye for sure, but I don't know about matching.
Well, like,
Anyways, going back to the life codes, right?
right.
My old code going up when I was like me being 1v9 and I was going stupid
Mhm.
was life's too short to make the most of it. So I was like, friggin' bro, today's today and tomorrow's tomorrow and Wednesday's Wednesday. No?
Right.
So I was like, I'll deal with that problem when it comes Wednesday. I'll deal with Thursday problems when it comes Thursday. So like, it was fun to live that way. It was, I don't know. I don't think it's healthy. That makes
Probably
sense.
not. Probably not.
Maybe it's just the way I viewed it and the way I spun the words to make myself feel better. That's how I lived. That's how I used to live. And my current code right now is BAM, right?
right.
By
any
freaking
means.
Malcolm X, and then in
And
that Tupac,
Tupac.
song. Yep. They co-made. What if they rapped together? Just kidding. We're talking about that on the way here, but not Malcolm X said that, and it was I don't know, man. Like I'm not like that's the only activist I kind of followed for a little bit was Malcolm X. I remember learning about him in school, and I don't know, it was cool.
They kind of, my school kind of like demonized them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I can't remember why though. Maybe what if I'm
Okay, you're like life code. You're like, it's by an activist. I don't know much about.
Dude, nah, I do a little. I don't know. Anyways, but like, by any means, I think can be applied to almost anything.
Right.
Right. So like, if you're in the dumps or some shit, get out of it by any means type of thing,
Yeah.
Or if you're poor, just get money type of thing.
Yeah.
you know?
Just get that grind set.
Yeah, no, and that's how I live now. Like if I'm unhappy now, I'll change it, and then I'll be happy the next day, or
But-
however long it takes.
I don't know, man. See, that's just, I don't follow that life code.
I think that's a lot better than what I used to do.
I think
I've
it is
changed,
a lot.
I've changed a lot.
Okay. Literally, me driving the other day, I was telling you. Okay, it was a pretty long drive. Like,
Where were
okay,
we going?
not pretty long. It was probably like a 20-minute drive.
Today?
But no. Last week. And it was the kind of drives where you don't turn on a radio, you don't have music playing, you don't have a podcast going. It's just you and your thoughts. And it's late at night. Dangerous.
Dangerous.
And literally, I was like sleep deprived or whatever. And I was seriously sitting here thinking, like how you were saying how like you're like 1v9 and it's like you versus the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, because I feel like everyone sort of gets in those like dumps sometimes where they're like, they're just thinking to themselves like, yeah, like I'm the only one like that, like I'm the only one that knows what's up. Everyone else is just
That's
is
one.
doing their own, like you just feel like you're alone and by yourself. But then at the same time, I was like, no, I was like, that's not a you versus everyone because that's implied that everyone's against you. It's just you versus you, and you're your own like worst enemy. You're just being toxic to yourself. But it's a harmful way of thinking.
For sure. No, I agree.
So
because that's how I was like, that's like when I say I was like when I was 1v9ing the world,
right?
That's me saying that that's when I was doing like bad mentally, physically. Like I was messing up, bro. I almost got in a lot of trouble too, but thank God I didn't.
You got your life around.
I did.
That tattoo changed your life.
That tattoo did not change my life.
Okay, it would have been like added the coolness to the story. Ring her off,
dude. That's the last time it's gonna go.
Do you think they can hear?
I don't
you have
know.
your
ringer
going?
Did you guys hear my ringer? Can you text me? Text me if you heard. Actually, I guess I'll turn my ringer off. I guess
it's like 3 texts in a row.
I guess I'll turn my ringer off. But do you talk about the One Piece then? I haven't talked about this piece already.
I've talked about the chain. I've got. So you got to talk about your pieces now. Talk about your pieces.
Both of them, or do you just have one?
Talk about your second piece.
Okay, well, my second piece,
right?
I got it shortly after my mom died, and that's actually coincidentally enough when I was done 1v9ing the world. That's when my life turned. Was when my mom died, which is weird because a lot of people like that's when they start 1v9ing the world,
right?
It's like because they lose someone that close to them. But I think that was like I think I couldn't lose anything more after that.
It was a wake up call.
Not necessarily a wake up call, but it was just like I lost, like I had everything. I didn't have much, but when I had my mom, and then I lost my mom, I was like, okay, there's nothing else left for me to lose. It was like, okay, why am I 1v9ing the world? Like what for? Mm-hmm. I can't gain nothing. So I was like, okay, and then now I'm like that was after now I'm in post 1v9 world, right? So then I got this tattoo, and it was sort of like because also my views changed on the world. Sorry, my views changed on the world, and I used to be a hardcore atheist, right?
Right.
Because like none of that stuff made sense to me. It was like if there was a God, why am I going through this type thing? That was kind of my thought process. But then after my mom died, I was like, I think my world changed, my life changed, my views changed. So this piece, it's a rosary with praying hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like a wishful thinking. That's what it was.
Agnostic.
Like if there is something out there, like I'm sure there was a reason behind like whatever took my mom. It was like, okay, this is it, like, and then that's when I changed. That's when I became normal.
Right.
And then there's just a resemblance. You'll see it on Instagram or wherever you see it. It's like I guess it is kind of like your hamster. I'm calling it hamster. Your hamster. Amsterdam. Anyways, that was funny in my head. And that was like, I don't know. It is what it is. That's how I look at it. It's like,
I mean, yeah. I like.
Sure, man. It is what it is.
I
can't explain it.
I to the best of my ability, I sort of see it that way.
Yeah.
Like
I'll never be able to fully explain what I had in my head.
Right.
But it makes so much sense to me that I'm not going to bother explaining because I only need to explain it to myself to make sense.
I was just saying like, I've never went through like the tragedies and stuff you went through.
Oh, yeah.
And so like I can't put myself really in your shoes.
But also, comparing yourself to people is very bad. I learned that too.
You learned that too?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I have went through enough tragedy like you.
Shit, you maybe have, man. Maybe have.
But
who's to compare two people, And then
real.
Now that was that tattoo.
Why are we so provocative this episode?
I'm the next Tupac. I had the wisdom Pac gave me.
I love Pac, by the way. I'm the next Biggie, and you're the next Tupac.
I think we should swap bodies then, if that's the case.
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry. You took my body.
Yeah, I must have did take your body. But freaking what was I talking about? And then that was that piece, right? There's more to go on to, but it doesn't need to be said. And I got my third piece. Doesn't need to be said.
Oh my lord.
That my third piece, right?
Oh, I want to talk about my piece because that we can flip
Go
flop.
ahead,
It's
go
like
ahead.
a
Nah,
chain.
let's
No,
go talk. Go talk.
it's like a chain. I got a whisk and I got a whisk and I got a knife
Wisdom
up on my left shoulder, and I was telling you how I would love to literally like just have a whole episode about cooking and why everyone.
We have to film that ramen vlog.
Okay, maybe we make some ramen. We need to go Myers though.
Yeah, we do.
This is our like
Myers or Kroger?
to do list. Myers, or like our little like grocery list for like, hey, yeah, we need eggs, we need green onions, we need pork, we need I don't know
I don't
noodles.
know.
We need noodles.
Yeah,
That's what I was
we just
forgetting.
need stuff.
Okay.
We got soy sauce.
We got soy sauce.
Anyway, continue.
Sorry.
I went off topic.
Okay, so I have a knife and whisk, and so I've been making like food since like 6th grade, just because like, well, like actual more complex dishes than like boiling ramen water or versus like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, of course. But like actually first started cooking by myself more complex recipes in 6th grade, just because I would come home from school, get off the bus, and my parents would get home around like 5 or 6, and we always ate dinner pretty early. So like they would always be starving. And so like I'd have to get home and then like around like 4:15 start cooking dinner. And one of the first recipes I made was spaghetti. And I still make I've sort of like tweaked the recipe. But overall like the heart of itself, the heart of the recipe has not changed much. And it's like one of my favorite things to cook, I think, just because it has so many like memories now attached to it. I've been cooking it for 7, 8, 9 years. I'm not doing math right now, but I really have like an appreciation for cooking. And my favorite YouTuber is a Minecraft YouTuber. His name's Waddles. I think I've talked about how like the Waddles video,
The birthday one.
yeah,
Yeah,
the birthday.
I remember that one. Yep.
Okay, but my second favorite YouTuber, Adam Ragusia, he's a food tuber. But he,
YouTuber.
oh yeah, that's what us Adam Ragusia, us Ragusia heads
Interesting.
like to call the platform. No, he releases different cooking videos and podcasts. He has a cooking podcast, and that could be us. That could be us, bro.
A cooking podcast.
Yeah.
So my cooking experience isn't as deep as yours. I want to talk about this though because I like talking about this one.
Right.
But in high school, I think did you guys have block classes? I can't remember.
You did talk about this.
You
we
didn't have
did-
block. Did you?
We had our block classes were different from yours. We had like the first and second semester through the fall, we would have like a 2-hour period, and then that class would change during the 3rd and 4th semester.
That was it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Sorry,
That was it.
like I felt like you were gonna say more.
No,
But
that's all I had.
in high school, it was so dumb how they had it. I went to 3 different high schools in like a year, a little less than a year, a year and a half maybe. But at my final high school before I dropped out, they had block schedules. So Mondays were gold days, and Tuesdays were black days, and it would be like Wednesday, like it'd alternate between the 2 days. But each day we would have 4 classes, 4 blocks, of each being 2.5 hours roughly. I don't know how long is school, like 2.5. I don't know, 2 hours. And we had a culinary class, right?
You
2
think-
times 8. I don't know, how long are we in school for? Yeah,
Like
each day.
8 hours.
Okay, then we had 4 classes at 2 hours each.
Okay.
And we had a culinary class, and it was a block, so we had a hell of time in there to just chill. But each day it was kind of structured that we would learn about a recipe or a dish, and then get split up into random groups, and then go make the food in the kitchen. And we had this decked out kitchen. It was so cool. And I had a gang of homies in that class too. So we would like I think everyone was my homie in that class. That's how I felt like, because no matter what group I went to, it was always good times. It was chill, like great times. And then I'd go in there, and we would all like, it was competitive in that. We would all try to cook, because it'd be like 5 different groups of 4 people each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was that. And then we would see who could cook the best dish, because at the end we would all split it up. Or like sometimes it'd be like a taco, like a Mexican day. So we would make Mexican dishes that day, and then like who would make the best dish or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was also so competitive, because everyone was trying to like see who was better than each other. But man, I had so much fun cooking in there, dude. Like that's where all my cooking experiences came from. And I think Tinsley knows about it, but I used to boast about it all the time, man. And like I thought it was I used to be a flex in my head for some reason. Like,
That
yeah,
you
I
could-
went to culinary class, no biggie.
Right.
That shit was so fun though, man.
I mean, because what about the pot story?
Oh well, that's
In
also
that
I
class.
didn't know you could burn a pot before, and I guess we were pretty bad to burn a pot, right?
Right.
I don't know if it's because the heat was too high or we left it on for too long.
What
or-
were you cooking?
I couldn't answer that story, man. I have no clue, or that question. Sorry, I couldn't tell you. But we were cooking something, and then we took the stainless steel pot off the stove and set it on the stainless steel counter. And then we were moving the pot around it. We just saw this black, like onyx black trail follow the pot around as we moved it around the table. And our culinary teacher was so pissed at us, man.
Right.
Because I think because they had to pay to clean the tables like once every few weeks or something. And I remember it was short, it was kind of relatively clean.
We lost audio.
Why? I feel like it had to have cut out on your end, but we can watch the VOD back. Anyways,
Okay.
where was that?
The Onyx Black Trail.
Oh yeah,
you-
'cause she had to pay people to clean because you have to clean a kitchen a certain type of way or something, or the
Okay.
steel or something. I don't know.
Right.
And then what was it? I remember she was pissed, and then she tried making us clean it, and we did the best we could. And we had to stay after class for this. I remember. And then we were 30 minutes late for it because she was holding us late because she would give us slips to go back to class if we needed to, you know.
Right.
But we were 30 minutes late, and we got slips to go back to the next class. Oh, we were never able to get it clean, by the way. It was still black, but
Really?
you
I
could
didn't know
see
that.
where it burnt. And we got slips, but we were all we were pressed for some reason. Both my homie and I were pressed, so we didn't go back. We just skipped the third block and just went to fourth block. We just went back to my house for a little bit, and then we went back to I was so mad, bro.
Why? For no reason.
I was mad because I messed up. Then I had to clean it, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
I'm skipping that class.
My face when Addison gets mad that his actions have consequences.
Dude, real. Frick, man. And then that was it. That was my cooking. That's the extent of my cooking. I never cooked at home because we just didn't cook at home really.
Right.
We ate out a lot, and then I think that was that. When actually no, we didn't eat out a lot. I lied. That was a white lie. I don't know what my mom. I don't know. My mom just cooked. I didn't cook. My mom cooked, and we didn't eat out. What the?
You
Sorry,
just-
I
Why are
lied.
you such a liar?
I lied. Sorry.
What episode? It was our episode 3 or whatever. It was so funny hearing people react to it. Okay, hearing people react. My mom, literally the only person, she's just saying that she said you're crazy for lying.
Yeah, I lied. So
She was
much.
to strangers too. She was like,
Dude, I
why
lie
to
to
strangers?
all the time. Tinsley can vouch. Did we even talk about that last episode? Tinsley
wasn't
can vouch,
It
bro.
wasn't last episode. That episode.
Holy moly, I lied
before.
to strangers all the time because I know I'll explain it again, even though I've explained it before. I'll never see this stranger again in my lifetime,
Mhm.
but I want to leave a crazy first impression. I want them to think damn, this guy was cool, he's crazy, you know, he doesn't know me. I ain't even gonna see the fool again. So that's that, you know.
But that's weird. That's weird to want to lie to a stranger and make him think you're cool.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, it is weird, but I don't know. It is what it is.
I don't know. I just tell people how it is. I'm sure. I don't know. Probably too much information. A little TMI. But earlier today, I drank coffee. You know, I had to go bathroom in my class, and I'm sure everyone knew what I was doing in that bathroom after coffee. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Is
That's
that-
crazy. You do that in public though.
It's not really like a I wasn't gonna hold it. I wasn't gonna
pee
hold
in
it.
public if I absolutely need to. You'll catch me dead before I start shitting in the bathroom, bro. In public.
Listen, Addy. After you have an iced apple crisp,
I'm
Oat
holding
milk
that shit. You'll hear
macchiato.
me in class and start bumbling in the back, and everyone looks at me and is like, "Uh-oh."
also I had a 3-hour studio class after that. There
Was
was
that
no.
your 6 p.m. class?
It was more.
Sorry.
I have 2 3-hour studio classes.
Oh.
But this one was from 12 to 3. There was no, and it was only 11:10 when I felt the little rumble. I knew there was nothing I could do. I
Over.
I was like, if I don't go now, then bad things are gonna start happening. And it made it even worse too, is because the professor shut the door because people were being noisy out in the hallways, and I have to open that door, and he just stops mid lecture just to look at me, and everyone kind of like looks at me, and I'm like,
What if they knew what you were doing? What if they could?
I
They could hear it, bro.
they might have. They
Oh
might
my
have.
goodness.
They left the bathroom. I hate when the bathroom doors always are propped open.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
When bathroom doors are propped open, I don't. That's not really hard concept.
Like where you just walk into the bathroom and you go to a stall.
You walk into the bathroom because you don't need to open the door. It's just the door to the bathroom is propped open. The door to the I don't understand.
Am I forgetting something?
Yes. How would you not like?
Because you just walk into the bathroom.
Okay, hang on. You're in the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Normally, you shouldn't be able to see into the bathroom.
Wait,
because there's a door.
Never mind. I was thinking like, never mind.
Do you understand it now?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. They left the door propped open, and I can't. I'm not I can't be the one to move it because everyone knows what's going on in there.
Like in Commonwealth, that door.
Yeah.
I always close that door.
Okay, that's different because there's only like a handful of people up there, but like everyone like. I mean, I'd be pooping besides those guys. Most of them. I'd probably poop beside like every single one of them at least once. But like, this was the math building. You know, probably. It's awkward.
I don't think I know what the bathrooms look like inside any of the school buildings.
You don't know that?
Maybe Griffin Hall. Definitely not SU. No.
Really?
I say maybe Griffin Hall, but that's a hard maybe because I don't think I've ever used a bathroom on campus.
You're crazy.
No, I swear to God.
Well, also you don't have long.
Mondays is my longest day
up there. Long days you're on campus because also we used to live on campus.
True.
So like if we needed to use the bathroom, we could just I don't know, just like walk back, bite the bullet and take the little 5-minute walk back to class or back to the dorm. But now we have to hop on the bus and it's just not worth it. I'm like, especially in the mornings too. The 3rd floor of the SU. I'm going to give away my secret. The 3rd floor of the SU. That bathroom.
You seen the NQ bathroom review page?
I have not.
There is a bathroom review page on on Instagram somewhere floating around.
Well, they need to give this one a 10 out of 10. Let me tell you, the big handicap stall is the best. It has its own sink in there.
That's crazy.
It has like a little spot for you to put your backpack and stuff, so it doesn't. Because I always don't know what to do if I have to go bathroom. Because I don't want to just put my backpack on the ground. I'm not doing that. And a lot of them don't have the hanger things. But this one has a hanger. And then I can literally look at myself. Okay, it's kind of weird because you're looking at yourself in the mirror because what's it called? Sink is right in front of you. But anyways, we digress. What in the world were we talking about?
Did you finish all your tattoos?
No, yeah, because I was talking about my cooking one. But yeah, I cook as a hobby.
We talked about shooting for way too long. Too long.
We're talking about you lying.
Oh, why did we get to there?
Because I was like, I don't care what people think of me. Everyone knew I was pooping today.
We got lost. I'll listen.
Talk about your new tattoo.
Okay.
And then
completely new topic. Fast forwarding. I just say fast forward a lot. I like fast forwarding.
Okay, let's fast forward, buddy.
Fast forwarding. My 3rd tattoo and my last tattoo because I only have 3 right now.
The table.
Okay, my 3rd and last tattoo is for those who don't know, I'm half Mexican, right? My mom was white and my dad was Mexican. What?
No, just go.
Oh, is there something wrong?
I was gonna do a stupid joke. Just go. I'll tell you about the stupid joke later.
So I'm half white, half Mexican, right? I don't know. I'm very out of what's up? What's whitewashed?
Yeah,
I'm whitewashed because I grew up, I don't know my dad. So some backstory here. All right, I hate using the word backstory. Anyways,
some lore breakdown. Yeah,
definitely not lore. But it was my mom. My mom was living in Arizona at the time with dating this dude, and then she cheated on that dude with my dad, and then they got like, you know how I don't need to explain shit further. And then here I come, and then this dude, my dad, was super aggressive, and he wanted to like abort me. He wanted to like get this little dude out of here, type thing. But And then I don't know. My mom was very bad at really explaining the story, but that's pretty much what I gathered. Well, that's exactly what I gathered because that's what she said. But she said that like if she tried to reach out one time to like reach out to because apparently he also had a family at the time, my dad. So I do have siblings out there that I just do not know about.
Right.
But this dude threatened my mom. This dude being my dad threatened my mom that like if she ever went to go try finding him or contact him again, that he'd kill her. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But at the time though, he handed my mom an Arizona like Diamond. I don't know the baseball team, but it's Diamond something. Is it Arizona? I don't know.
The Diamondbacks.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Diamondbacks. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
But and then that's.
Are you proud of me, Dad? Are you proud of me that I know the sport team?
Only thing I have of my dad, right?
Right.
And I have his name, Manuel. That's his name. His last name Soto. And
just dox this dude.
That's like saying how many Jesus Lopez are out there, you know? The same shit, bro. But that's the only thing I'm like looking back at it now. Okay, wait. Frick, I want to talk about two different stories here. One story is that like I don't necessarily hate my dad today. Back then I had a lot of resentment towards him at one point, but now I just want to like meet the man, you know? I just want to like, who the frick is my dad type thing.
Right.
And I also want to learn. I want to talk to him for like health reasons, you know? Because like, what if I like go blind in the next 10 years? Because that's just like hereditary or something, you know? I want to figure that shit out. And I think it'd be dope to see my siblings too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if I have cool ass, like, what if I have a rich ass family in like Mexico, Jalisco?
You got a bunch of like other addies just walking around.
Dude, that dude, man. Imagine I got aborted. Anyways, like,
what?
So that's all I have, and I actually have like I have physical photos of him too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But they're in like a lockbox kind of thing in South Dakota. I don't even know where they went. Because I don't know where my mom's stuff went. They're with my sisters. My sisters have them, I think. I hope they have them. But I have photos, his name, and that pillow. Only thing I have of my dad.
Where's the pillow at?
In South Dakota as well.
Okay.
But that's it. And but ever since then, okay, I actually didn't say this on the last pod.
Right.
But growing up, I was just told because I used to think because my mom, I was also dating this other dude. Short, like I don't like my like early years were kind of a blur. So I used to have this white dad at the time,
right,
and my mom, and they were like, "Yeah, you know, you're just white, bro. You're just white." And I was just brown ass kid. If you see photos of me as a kid, I was brown, dude. And they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're just really tan because you go outside a lot. You play outside a lot." And then I remember they got into
that lie stopped working.
They got into an argument when I was in the 3rd grade or 4th grade. And I remember they were at the stove smoking. Do your parents smoke, right?
No.
So they smoked at the stove with the fan above it. So cringe. And then they were like, "Yeah, Addi, why don't you?" No, my mom's boyfriend was like, "Why don't you tell your son that I'm not even his father?"
Oh,
and I was like, "Oh shit," because I overheard it. I was like, "Wait a minute!" Like my whole life was crumbling, but also the pieces were connecting because I was like, "Wait, I know I'm not tan," because everyone confuses me as a Mexican. So like, wait, maybe they're right. So when they broke the news to me, I was like, I kind of knew already. So I wasn't that sad, but I was like, damn, y'all held out for this long, you know? I was like, damn. And that's when I found out that I was half Mexican. And ever since then, bro, I've tried to like
embrace it.
Yeah. I've definitely, I don't want to use the term try because I have embraced it, you know? That's just like, it's so cool to be Mexican. Oh, now I sound weird saying that.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, you know, I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. And
our video is frozen right now.
Frick, man, why is everything going wrong?
It's frozen for everyone. Ollie Orange.
Freaking
appreciate it though.
What was I talking about? And then my dad. No, and then I found out I was half Mexican, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna embrace it at this point. Like I got nothing to lose.
Right.
But that's when I started getting into like Chicano rap. And for those who were like Taryn knows this. Everyone, Tyler knows this for sure. But like, I stopped listening to like normal rap. Or like, freaking guys, I'm Mexican, so I'm listening to Chicano rap. I still love that shit today, bro. And then, I don't know, man. It's a trip. The whole thing's a trip.
Do you want to talk about the 23andMe experience you've had?
Yeah, I can talk about that. I don't fix this video though.
Okay.
Frick, man. Can you go tap the power button on the camera?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about the 23andMe
Yeah.
story while I talk.
Well, you know
to
the
camera.
DNA app, the 23andMe, right? It's like I can't think of the big ones, but there's 23andMe and there's like my
Ancestry.com.
ancestry. So I took a test. It was actually a gift from Tinsley's mom. It was so random, but I was like, thanks, bro. Like that's just cool. But I took the test. Is it battery dead? No, it's dead.
All right. We fixed the camera.
The freaking camera died, man. Not died. Something. I don't know what happened to it. I just
Another
turned it off.
white lie.
Yeah, I lied again. I'm sorry. I don't know. Unlucky, I guess. Sorry.
All right.
But going back to what it was.
That 23andMe
I
story.
got done talking about my mom and my dad, my real dad and my mom's boyfriend. And here comes the gift from Tinsley's mom. It was a 23andMe present. It was for Christmas. Because I didn't ask for anything for that Christmas year. Because I was just grateful to just be there, you know?
Right.
So I give a single, you know, they gave me a suitcase, a 23andMe kit, and a chair. It was so weird, but like, I needed all three. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know I needed them until I got them. I was like, wow.
They're like I don't know. It's like I always joked with myself that like I was going to hate when I get to the age where I have to start asking for like pots and pans for Christmases. But like I'm at that age where I've had to start asking for pots and pans for Christmases, and I really enjoy it. I really like getting them.
But no, this 23andMe kit was also when because like the whole time I didn't know my mom didn't know exactly if I was Mexican. So the whole time up until then, I claimed I was Mexican, but in reality, I could have been like Guatemalan, Salvadorian, like friggin' Colombian or some shit. I don't know, man. But not getting that kit, I confirmed that I'm from Jalisco apparently. That's why a lot of my bloodline is from Jalisco, which is like central. It's like outside of Mexico City. Do you know where Jalisco is?
No.
Okay. It's kind of it's not too far outside of Mexico City, I think. Don't quote me, but I think so. And then I found up until very recently, because you know how they show your ancestors and they show like your family, and like how closely related you can be to someone. So I actually found one person out of all there's like thousands of people. What?
Are you peeking?
Probably, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Just continue.
Yeah, I found one person finally just recently who has the last name Soto as my dad, but I've tried messaging them twice now, and one time because it shows you when like they were last active, and I messaged them like last week, and then I checked their profile just recently, and it showed that they were active in the last few days.
So they've seen your message.
So there's a good chance that they saw my message and just didn't respond to me. And like I wonder if it's not like because if it's accurate to 23andMe, they're not my second. They're not like my direct cousins, but they're like the ones after they're my second cousins or something.
Right.
You think? And then I joked with you last podcast. Like, what if my name is like my last name is like taboo? You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
we don't talk about
legend.
this shit, bro. Yeah. What if I'm like a legend in their family? Like, I want something like Coco, bro. What if that like
Coco? No, you're Cracker.
yeah. But
Yeah,
nah, man, I
funny.
want
That
to
was
freaking I just want like why did they ghost me? Like they have no reason to ghost me. You know? That side of that family of like
What were you just like
I remember I structured
like,
the message was like hi, comma, can we talk for a few seconds? Question mark.
Oh yes.
Why is that? And then I messaged back again. The second message was just hi. H-I.
Okay.
Hi, bro.
This is why.
Is that weird though?
Yeah.
Because you're on an app to find family.
I think you should be like, hey, I took a 23andMe test and it says you're my second cousin.
Okay, well they could have checked my profile. Like it also
Do
shows
you know?
that for them
Do
as
you
well.
know a Soto? I forget your dad's first name.
Manuel.
Soto. And then they'd be
That's
like,
weird, bro.
Oh, I think. Hi, can we talk for a few seconds? Hi. I think that's weird.
No, that's normal, bro. That's freaking normal. But
Because we even joked about like on Insta, like I was like, yeah, if I was on Instagram and I got like a message from like someone that was like, it was like Jose Vargas, and they were like, bro, I'm your cousin. I'd be like,
well, on the app they know
Heck
that
yeah.
they see exactly what I see, so they see that I'm their second cousin.
okay.
But why don't they talk to me, bro?
Oh.
Like, aren't they just in the slightest bit curious? Because they're also they're literally my age. They're 19
Really?
years old. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, why not just curiosity? You know, just like, who is this guy messaging me?
So like if you got a message from say it was the tables were reversed, would you message?
Oh, for sure, I'd message. I'm also curious
Right.
because I don't think my dad probably tells the whole family that he had an affair with his wife
That's true.
and
That's
had
true.
a kid.
what if you like literally just broke everyone like that family
What
all
if I
up
broke their family?
because like he just didn't tell, and then you messaged the second cousin, and he went to your dad and was like, "Hey, who the heck's Addison Pryor?" And he's like, "Oh Lord,"
and then the
then,
whole
like,
family crumbles down.
yeah, like the
That'd be-
patriarchy was just destroyed.
I think my dad's old now though, because I think he was a lot older than my mom.
Really?
My dad, I think, if I had to take a guess, probably in the 70s.
Oh my God, that's my grandma. That's my oldest.
Or
grand-
60s. Yeah, my mom was weird, bro. I'm just leave it as that. She was weird. But yeah, like, I guess my name's taboo or some shit because they don't talk about me and they ain't responding to me either. But I don't know, man. I guess that's my shit. I don't even know. This whole episode's kind of. My Mexican.
First of all,
piece
you
was
didn't even
I
talk about
think
your
so.
tattoo. You
No, I
just-
did.
I don't think you did.
Because it was like it was a
It's a
piece of-
mariachi, a traditional mariachi.
traditional mariachi piece, right? And then it came out clean AF though. I freaking love it.
Oh, guys, don't let him lie to you though. He cried like a little baby that entire time.
Dude, my face when you asked me if I was okay, I was
It's-
getting more pressed about you asking me if I was
'Cause
okay
I was-
every 5 seconds.
I told you that I try actively to annoy you.
Yeah, it worked though. I remember I
Good,
put my
good.
earbud in and I made it louder, so I just stopped hearing you at some point. And then I think that's when you also put your earbuds in. You just stopped talking to me.
I just got on TikTok. Well, because I was like, okay, I think I kind of getting bored of annoying Addison, but like, because like this isn't the first time I've actively tried to annoy you.
Drew, you just wake up and I literally wake up, look at you. Annoyed.
Oh my Lord!
That's for next episode.
Maybe that's for next episode. But I'll just go ahead and talk about what went down this episode. Or
Wait,
what
did we
went down
cover
this
all
morning.
tattoos by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything.
I don't know. I don't understand how we had like such a long episode about tattoos last episode. Because like it was.
Well, we
It
missed
wasn't-
so many stories and details about
I guess.
stories.
I guess we were like.
And you also
let's talk about-
talked about a lot more too.
You want to talk about future tattoos real quick?
Sure.
Well, I guess we already did. Bam and thwack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Popeye hammer. I'll tell like the story of how like we were driving home from our first tattoos or something. You're like, I think I figured out what my next tattoo is gonna be. I'm like, what is it? And you're like, I want to get a Popeye tattoo. And I said how like we almost died because I was laughing so hard and I almost wrecked the car.
Dude, but that was dead ass though. That was
Well,
bad.
like because it was just out of nowhere. It was out of left
yeah,
field.
no, it was out of left field. Yeah.
Like,
I want to get it though, cause I want to get like the whole like I want to get the acronym
bam.
bam right as like
Yeah.
a sound effect thing
yeah.
or onomatopoeia or whatever you said. That's cool. And I like Popeye because he was like a cartoon character that like
Got stuff done. That's what you said.
yeah,
That's what you
'cause
said.
he got shit
I
done.
was like,
bro.
why? And you're
There's
like,
more
because
freaking
he
with-
gets stuff
He would see
done.
the more freaking Titanic sinking, and like shit. I'll go fix the Titanic myself. You
Eat
know?
some spinach.
Yeah, eat some spinach, and he's gonna go in there with boards and nails, and he's gonna fix that Titanic, and then he's leaving. Like that's Popeye, bro. Like that dude does everything. He does everything,
Right.
and he fixes everything.
You're
It's
right.
like you know, that boy gets shit done, and I want to be like Popeye.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, Popeye's my idol.
But I don't know. It was just fun. I just imagine like we're driving home one day and I'm like, Addy, I think I figured out my next tattoo. You're like, what's it gonna be? I think I'm gonna get Garfield on my.
Okay,
I
that's
was like,
so
"Yeah,
different.
Why Garfield, Lucas?
I'm lazy and
Because he hates Mondays. Like,
I guess that is kind of like the same thought process that I
right,
went through, huh?
exactly. So like you can see the position I was put in.
Yeah,
But
that you put yourself in.
okay,
But that was our
So-
future tattoos, though.
future tattoos.
My future tattoo.
I'm gonna get okay. This is what I was gonna say. This is my exception to the rule of not really getting something from media because it is something from media. But I'm gonna get a Rurouni Kenshin sword from Rurouni Kenshin, the anime. But I'm gonna get like like, sort of matching one with like my brother and dad. But we're all three getting like the different swords and stuff. Also, it's gonna have some like it's gonna have like the Japanese symbols, writing. But and that I definitely think that getting a different language on you, I definitely think that's a very sticky situation.
Yeah, I agree.
But the only reason I'm doing it is because it's actually from the anime and manga. So like I'm pretty sure it's right, but even if it's not right, it's still it's still the symbols I want on me. It's not like I'm like I wanted like I don't know, live, laugh, love, but I wanted it in like a different
It's more of a traditional,
like an Asian language, and I end up getting like cheese, milk, fart or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you can see what I'm going with. Like even if it says something ridiculous like I heart cheese
You see, they just opened the borders a couple days ago. Japan.
for Japan.
Japan has been closed for a minute. Man.
Okay. I know this because of Pokemon Go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was a
Because they're based in Japan, right?
well that they had a event going on in Japan and there was 3 events. One was in Seattle, one was in Germany, and one was in Japan. And all the Pokemon YouTubers were actually going to like the Germany and Seattle one, and they're like, "Sorry guys, we can't go to the Japan one because the
Borders are closed.
But then the reason it's funny you mention it because earlier today, one of them got on Twitter and was like, "Hey, what if all the Pokemon YouTubers met up in Japan in November?" And I was like, thought that place was closed, so I guess it is open.
Yeah, it opened very recently actually. There used to be like only work visas you could get in, or
Right.
work and school visas actually, but now you can just travel like any normal visa works now. Good to
Okay.
see the world kind of returning to normal. But
Right.
I don't think
For-
it.
for
I don't think
better
it
or
is
worse.
normal, right?
Uh,
Isn't it COVID? Isn't COVID still pretty bad right now?
I think so.
Worse than
but-
I actually haven't heard of COVID in a minute. Now that you mentioned it, or not, I mentioned it. I have not heard that in a minute.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm not gonna say more pressing matters are in the like. It's just everyone's kind of. I think
Shift
everyone
our
just kind of
focus.
wanted it to go away, so it just kind of went away.
That's not very by any means of them.
Yeah, that's not very by. They didn't really by any means stop COVID. Actually, they
true.
literally
Not-
did
they-
by
yeah,
any means
they-
stop COVID.
Freaking, it's not a problem if I don't see it.
Right? Yeah, it's like a ostrich sticking a head in the sand. But knock on wood.
What'd that mean though?
What
An ostrich sticking his head in the sand?
you know? That's what ostriches do when they get like stressed to avoid like danger.
Wait,
They-
really? They just put their head down? Wait,
Oh,
that's
is that
actually
the-
so
have
funny.
you never heard of this
No,
one?
I've never heard of that. That's so funny though.
You're like a little toddler. Like, if I hope raising a kid is as fun as being your friend.
Dude, I can't wait to have a kid, man.
That's
kid's gonna
a
be so
whole
cool.
nother podcast.
Yeah,
That's all.
I'll say that later. Just know I can't wait to have a kid.
Let's just say,
Little Addie's running around.
I do not want kids right now. I'm like I said, like I
Actually,
think
I don't want kids
I'm
right now
indifferent.
either.
I'm indifferent to having kids
In the next few years, if
Like,
in the next few years, if
after
your kid was to-
25. After 25.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I don't blame you. Actually, I mean that's probably what it is for me too. I say really as if I'm not in the same boat, but like
Right.
I can't wait to. I'm looking forward to it, man. I
You're-
can't wait.
Well, because like you said, like even if you're not in a position to have biological kids, you're just gonna foster.
I'm
an
for
adult.
sure. I'm for sure gonna have a foster. That is gonna be a whole other episode, but we can preview it. I'm gonna have a foster home one day. Like I'm going to have a foster home one day.
Right.
I can't wait, bro. And then like when I die one day, I'm gonna be like there's gonna be like 40 deep of just my kids at the funeral. I just have like all my kids there. Like that shit's cool, no?
I like that.
I'll be like freaking never mind. I can't remember it. Just keep going. It'll be awkward. Keep going.
Dude, you're so embarrassing.
Yeah, I embarrassed myself.
But all right, we're probably running with like an hour and 10 minutes. So whenever we're free to start wrapping this up, it's been a good. It turned around to be a good pod. You
we did
talked some
find our
sense into me.
rhythm.
You talked some sense into me, bro. I don't think it was as good as the first time or the first time around.
Oh, it
but
wasn't even as close as the first time around. I'd
but-
rather have the first time than this.
I will say, I think last episode was just more dramatic, but I think this episode, I think we were able to plug in a few more jokes. So I think a fair trade off.
I know we missed some stuff and I'm a little sad about it, but it's
It is what it is.
I think once we found our man, we're just horrible at finding a rhythm from the start.
Yeah.
'Cause the starts are always choppy and messy and like sounds almost forced. But at some point we find a rhythm and it just kind of flows from there.
Well, I was kind of, we just ate dinner. I was hoping that like I got like kind of like that little sugar boost, and I was able to like start off the jump like I don't know, just go. But I wasn't, and it was right. It was kind of dry. Man, maybe we shouldn't like critique ourselves on stream. Which holy cow! Actually, no.
We had a few issues.
Different
this year.
podcast.
Okay.
But I was going just be prepared to talk about art one episode. My art. My holy cow. My apparently really bad, crappy art. No.
Next episode, bro. Next episode. Or whenever. Future episode.
Whatever. Yeah, future. But all right. Hopefully we'll be back at you next week with a new episode on the D302 show. Just keep a lookout for that. Addison, do you have anything you want to add here before
Be
we
on the
start?
lookout for Instagram. If it doesn't happen tonight, it'll happen tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll for sure happen Thursday. What is today?
Sure. Tuesday.
It doesn't happen tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It'll be for sure be out Thursday. And that's that.
I think we're good. I think we
Yeah.
okay. Well, it's a little sad, but we wrapped up episode 5.
Appreciate Taylor being the only one here in the live audience. Again, I'm gonna plug my Twitch again.
Oh,
we
yeah.
do record. I want to say every Tuesdays, but I'm lying to you if I say that. We record our podcast live whenever we
Just
get
keep
around to it.
notifications on. Keep noties on.
Yeah, that's what Taylor does. Every time we record a podcast, it's recorded like in a like frick.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
It's streamed live on
it
Twitch.
is streamed live on Twitch, along with you'll find it on Spotify's too. But the live version is shared with the camera. You'll find the camera version as well on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
The
Yeah,
D302 show
we
on
just ended, bro.
YouTube.
Maybe we
You
just
need to
ended.
improve this, or I'm gonna have to take
Dude,
over.
I think this is a pretty good ending so far. At least, like, 'cause I know this time we say we're gonna end it and then end 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Right now, we're probably like 5 minutes after saying we're gonna end it.
3.
Okay, and then let's not make it longer. Then I appreciate everyone listening. Thank you for stopping by. It's the D302 episode 5. Tattoos with Lucas and Addi.
Let's go. All right. Yep. All right. See you guys later. Bye bye.
I don't have my mouse with me, so I can't end it.